First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a play fake and it's Stafford.
Oh, he tries to force it on and it's intercepted.
Kevin King with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Justin Fields with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Offense set at the line for this next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. Now, this defense for the Lions, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, a school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Etienne. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Stafford. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A sea of defenders have intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you, but that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Taylor is in for a Lions touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of the defense.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff running left is Etienne. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. After making his 18-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Here's Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Alvaro Cuebuna, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. A give to Etienne running right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Fields throw taken in by Sutton. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
26 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Brings up second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 30 on second down. Fields. Open man is Atwell. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line.
Lions first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 10. And he returns this to the 22. Offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is
on Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Fields. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The final shot before the break. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
2nd and 10. Fields again. He finds Taylor. Complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, Fields. They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. Touchdown! Tutu Atwell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw, Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Again, it's Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Etienne once more.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. And quick throw here, that's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Tommy Tremble with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting him out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
It feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go. Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You got nothing. You got nothing. Show up. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Whip, 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 whip.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 28-yard
To throw is Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them. Gets big yardage and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Stafford on first down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm scared.
Now Stafford. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now it's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. again as Stafford.
He'll get this off to ETN.
And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down.
A gain of 5. And the Raven first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air again, Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. We got 4. Mark 38, Mark 38.
To throw is Stafford. That caught by Trimble. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Stafford. It's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will be cut down to 14. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter. And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One last throw here for Stanford. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue.